45-year-old Sergeant Ramon Gutierrez was escorting a heavy convoy load along the Beltway in Tidwell when he was hit.
He was flown to the hospital but did not survive his injuries. The woman accused of hitting Sergeant Gutierrez and speeding off has been identified as Lavillia Spry. This is a previous mugshot. She is now charged with intoxication manslaughter of a peace officer. KPRC 2's Brittany Jeffers has more on how the 20-year veteran of the force is being remembered.
I spoke with Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, and he says that the department is grieving, but also Sergeant Gutierrez's family, who he spoke with this morning. He says the sergeant was a husband married to his high school sweetheart. He had 3 children, his daughter set to be married here in 2 months. He tells us that those who worked with Sergeant Ramon Gutierrez said that he was an exemplary person and that he was a family man, and he'd been with the sheriff's office for more than 20 years. But that tragic accident took place out on East Sam Houston Parkway at Tidwell around 12:30 last night. The sheriff says Sergeant Gutierrez was on an extra job doing traffic control for a convoy of oversized machinery when he was struck by a driver. Now this morning, that driver, or the suspect in this case, identified as 40-year-old Lavillia Spry. According to investigators, she didn't stop to render help and is accused of continuing to drive about 1.5 miles away as law enforcement pursued her, eventually taking her into custody. Investigators say that she did show signs of intoxication. Sergeant Gutierrez was flown to the hospital downtown but later passed away. Sheriff says that this has been very difficult for law enforcement, this loss weighing heavily on their hearts.
It's just very difficult. It just really is. It's hard when you see family breaking down and they're heartbroken and their dreams are shattered, right before your eyes, and dreams unfulfilled. As I said, with their daughter set to be married here soon, we should be planning a wedding, not a funeral service. But team members crying, grown men, professionals that see this on a day in and day out basis that handle these type of crash investigations and things like that, but to have to be investigating the death of one of their own, is extremely difficult. And
now, as for the suspect, she is currently in custody. She is charged with intoxication, manslaughter, evading, and failure to stop and render aid. I'm Brittany Jeffers, KPRC 2 News.